What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today we're jumping into some more Orcs Must Die Unchained. This time we're heading into maximum security with our buddy Cygnus, the ornery old man, or old timer, whatever you prefer. Jeez, I have no skins for Cygnus? That is a travesty. Oh well, I think this one was limited time. Maybe, I can't remember. I'll probably get it eventually. Far as I think I have a deck for this. Do I like this deck with Cygnus is the question. This is okay, but I can do better. I'm doing ceiling ballistas, probably don't need it. That's good. That's good. We can either do another ceiling trap or this map has atrocious ground. And I have no walls except for the Spitfire. Do a grinder. Alright. Yeah, I think that's it. That's what we're gonna go for. Now, we don't want bear hugs. We'd rather use feeling fierce for Cygnus. We're gonna stay away. We're not gonna wind up taking that much damage. We have multiple ways to restore our health. With that being the health siphons that I have in my viscous tar, but more importantly, Cygnus's Rift, which will refill your health without enemies being around and is much more consistent. Big spender, I'll probably do better. Well, I have making it rain in the slot already. Okay, so I really don't need to worry too much about barricades or anything here. They do have ways of destroying them, but most of it's coming from here, and you can take those guys out pretty easily. So let's go ahead and throw Big Spender back in there, and we will just max out on money. Alright, here we go.
So it begins.
Alright, Cygnus, the master of the order. I'm going to start out here and just block this area off. Enemies will try to go around this corner, so we don't really have to deal with them yet. There's some interesting things that you can try to do over here. Not really going to worry about them too much, but we're going to make enemies think twice about which direction they're going first.
Good spot for this. Right there. Right there.
Don't have enough for that other spot yet. We're going to drop the Jailer Guardian back there since that's its home. And we're going to save up a little bit.
It's going to be an execution, right?
And this is just because Cygnus doesn't have a ton of mobility. This is actually his only drawback. So your positioning with him needs to be excellent. You don't really have any second chances. But he does hit like a truck from where you station him. So that's kind of his whole thing. Like projectiles, needing to be accurate with them, and then needing to be very aware of your position. And that sweet, sweet chain lightning. Oh, but they turn around and go this way. Okay, these guys we want to make sure we take care of. And I cast the lightning ring instead of the flames. Bad idea on my part. Alright, so I'm going to take Silver Streak here again. Just because we're not going to be summoning the shard too often, I hope.
You like Iron Maidens? I love Iron Maidens.
Watch out! An unstable rift is opening.
Alright, so that unstable rift puts us right next to our actual rift, which is great because we get our damage boost from there. And I completely mistargeted that. Aim at nothing and shoot the lightning, you will hit nothing. Bad idea. Okay, we can do that. Now we're getting at the point where we're almost out of mana, because I haven't been paying attention. And you can see, while the Rift won't give you all of your mana back immediately, just going to take that hit because I'm going to get the regeneration anyway. The amount of time you stand near it basically determines how much mana you get back, and you can get back all of it. Not really an issue at all. We're going to open this side up.
Good spot for this.
No, that's wrong.
That goes there.
Close this, and enemies will then be able to come this way. Of course, what's going to happen is everybody's going to immediately turn right down the hall there. We want to go trap that up in the interest of time. So we're going to trust that that's enough, and we're going to start setting things up down here. It's important to make sure that you probably set up both of these sides and slow them down a bit. Whoa, that guy just looked like he bet. Whoa. Alright. There we go, just because I don't want to die. Oh, that's why. Yeah, yeah. It's like, this sounds like Knowles. The slow is so annoying. Now, eventually that jailer's probably going to die. Oh, that didn't target. That was weird. Must have been off by a hair. Okay. So, last thing over here is going to be to place a couple of these, and then a whole lot of these. Alright. Now we need to go finish building over there. I can move this one back a bit. That will actually help me, because then I can trap here. That will almost guarantee that everything coming through there is very, very dead. And I'm running over here right as I had trouble with it last time, of course. I'm going to try to get this summoned. That's one thing that I do like about the chain lightning, as you see me wildly aiming over here. If you aim at an enemy that is ahead and there are enemies behind it, you'll sort of just have the lightning come back and kill them for you, which is amazing. Alright, looks like the traps that I have back there are definitely doing their job. The lightning explosions actually act as a small bit of crowd control for weak enemies. As long as you can keep the explosions consistent, they will deal damage to the enemies around them fairly regularly, and that is amazing. I'm gonna take Paternal Instinct. Okay, got a lot of coin here. Gonna have to make it work though. Messed that up just a bit. Probably shouldn't have put those that close together. And put another one down here. They are going to have to try to travel a bit to do anything. Now the good thing about aiming those towards you is it makes it a bit easier to hit those guys when they flip. And as always, 4 times damage bonus is lovely. Alright, they are just getting picked off left and right. Traps are doing a lovely job today. Good job, Traps. I'm raising your salary. Okay, we are going to drop a couple of the BGH Ballista up there so that when we do get another boss, because there always is more, they will get wrecked. And literally as I speak of the devil. Alright, so this guy we kind of have to run and shoot at. I'm not worried about those guys actually getting towards the rift, because based on the pathing that I have set. Whoa. Thank you. Too far to chain. Okay. But That's why chain lightning's amazing. Okay. Now, we do want to finish up a couple of the things that we have happening down here, primarily because enemies actually walking around the outside are essentially wasting your time. You want everything dead basically by the time it gets in here. Make sure those guys are really, really going to die. Whoa! This guy showing up is definitely a problem. Let's get that damage boost happening. And the good thing is that you do have a bit of a leash on the rift shard, so you can move about 3 spaces away. And if you just saw somebody go into the rift, those were gnolls, so of course they take no points. Now, if we're really worried, we can do that. That will actually shoot down the boss that comes out of here towards the end of the level. There's a boss at every gate. Those were supposed to be firelings coming with the fire elementals. Completely okay. Firelings actually get wrecked by lightning pretty hard. All of the elementals, they don't like splitting when they get hit by lightning damage. They get caught in the lightning explosion of the parent, so to speak. And so when that happens, sometimes they just die or take a lot of damage. I guess we could add a few more of these. Alright, breezing through. I don't think we really have too much to worry about from enemies that might be on the right side of the map. Also, normally this would be really difficult to try to take care of, but for Cygnus, and the rift is our friend. Only 2 shots, like, that's great. Granted, I'm level 100. It'll probably take anybody that's lower level a couple more shots, like maybe 3. Because that damage buff from Rift Lord should not be ever underestimated. It is super powerful. Alright, do that. And then we're going to sort of oversaturate this area with as many ballistas as could ever be created. Didn't aim that first. That was my fault. And we're going to take Maniacal Master again just because I don't feel like repeatedly summoning the rift, though that would be a good idea and the best way to maximize my damage. And there's a specific map in the game that's just basically Mount Olympus. I'll point it out to you guys once I actually get there. And anybody that's played like a significant amount of Sabotage and gotten good at it will probably know about it just because, wow. Didn't even realize there was a boss and he died. Okay. I'm gonna go collect these because I think I'm super safe right now. You know what? I could use another jailer. You do want to be careful about placing a jailer there normally, just because he's bait for explosives, but his ranged attack should help to take them out. They ran right through. Of course. Not too worried about them. Alright, buddy. You're gonna get wrecked in about 2 seconds. If it wasn't me, it would have been a ballista. Now, any of them gonna get through? Nope.
Our barricades are under attack.
Oh man, they actually got another one through? I'm surprised. They're all bunched up and sort of dead, but not completely dying out. There we go. That's a lot of lightning.
I wore my best chains today, and you didn't notice!
I'm sorry, they're lovely chains. Lovely, lovely chains. Gotta be careful, because another hit and these things are basically going to go up in smoke. Now, one of the things the Cygnus does have to be aware of is if you're fighting behind anybody, whether it be another player or a guardian, your shots hitting the guardian basically, I believe it negates them. Like, they just don't happen. I could be wrong about that. Nope, I don't think I am.
You will pay for this!
And with me only playing with the double barricade, I really don't have like enough things to stop runners too much. So that's sort of the extent of what I can do. I can't place the individuals to make sure that they run into it, but I could remove these guys and then place one there, but that's kind of pointless. If you're playing with single barricades, if you place one right there, that basically attracts all of the bombers from the eastern gate.
You do not belong here.
And you really don't have to worry about it after that.
Opening, destroy it.
Jeez, that is a ton of damage. So you can see I didn't aim directly on that rift, but the projectile is large enough that it's still able to hit it. So Cygnus's shots are pretty large. Like, they didn't make it too hard to hit things with them, but you still got to be somewhat accurate, fairly. Alright, and then as everything here tries to turn that corner.
Seen it before, but it is still pleasantly exciting.
I don't even know if they'll get around the corner. Well, they tried. Probably means I could place a few more traps back there. Wouldn't be a bad idea. Ooh, combos. And another good thing about Cygnus, that thing has infinite range. Yeah, I could place a few more of these.
That goes there.
Especially under here. That's all of my traps. Alright, here's Urza the Fire Lord. This is one of the few maps where you can try to exploit the rift very much, so I would highly recommend that you do so while you have the opportunity. It is part of the gameplay mechanics, no reason to take it easy. Any advantage you have, exploit it. So thinking about it, because of the fact that most things aren't going to be surviving my lightning strikes, I should probably be taking the +3 chains for Rift Lord.
Go on. I would dance, but I am suffering.
Yeah, and that's a line from when he still had the old status effect. And there we go. So that map, really not too much trouble for Cygnus. If I had trapped it a little bit better, it probably would have been over even sooner. But it's really that bend on the right. If you kill things through there as soon as possible, then you should be okay. The ballista is not really the greatest thing for that, but again, traps really outdid me there. Nice. A better trap for that map than the ballista probably would have been swinging maces. But didn't feel like switching that time. Next up, it looks like we have the throne room. Now, I guess we can talk some more when we get in there about Cygnus and his interaction with soldiers. Not quite the same as everybody else's because of Rift Lord, but it's pretty similar. He doesn't get to burn them away as easily, but because of the lightning AoE explosions, he really doesn't have as hard a time dealing with them as some would expect. Either way, that's it for maximum security. As always, if you enjoyed this or you learned something, feel free to give the video a like. And if there's anything else that you guys would like to see, feel free to drop it in the comments. I do read through those. I probably should come up with some hashtags or something so that I can you guys can put them in there, and then it'll be easier for me to track down. I can search by like keywords and stuff, but yeah, I'm not sure yet. Either way, feel free to let me know what you guys would like to see regarding this game or any others. There's a list that I'm building of things that I'll switch over to as like sort of my alternate playthrough thing after BioShock 2. I'll probably move on to 2016's Doom. I've been itching to play that for a while, but I've just been like, I want to finish BioShock 2 for the channel. So whenever I get that live stream going, that's pretty much going to be the end of that. And then we move into Doom. I might want to get into BioShock Infinite at some point. I think it's a very well put together game. But Doom. Either way, thanks as always for tuning in. I sincerely appreciate it. And until next time, as always, make sure you take care of yourselves and have a good one.